sports fan in Florida. We are game on with Bianchi and Kravitz. I happen to be Mike Bianchi, the Bulldog sports columnist of the Orlando Sentinel. He is Kravitz, Brandon Kravitz, the hardest working man in sports media, the prodigy of production. He's right over there across the glass, making us sound beautiful today. We are coming to you live from Orlando, Jacksonville, Tallahassee, and all points in between on the iHeart Radio app. It's a Monday, our favorite day of the week, because we get to talk sports for 5 straight days with you, our listeners.
Oh, yeah, we're so excited. We're playing the action early.
There we go. There we go. Absolutely. So, yeah, it's a Meltdown Mood Check Monday. If you want to, you can enter the Rage Cage. That's that iHeartRadio talkback line. Press a button, record a message, and boom. It goes right into the studio. We're going to play the best of those later in the show. So we want to know what are we saying?
It's a Meltdown Mood Check Monday. What's grinding your gears?
It grinds my gears.
What's grinding your gears today? Besides the Orlando Magic, we're going to get to them momentarily. But yeah, lots to talk about. Overreactions as well. We're taking those. Your champs and chumps. Again, use that talkback line or get on the Mills Air text line, 508-57. Krabs, you ready to roll today?
Are you kidding me? I've never been more excited than rolling into work after the team that I cover loses by 53 points. This is the peak of
52.
It was 53.
It was 53.
This is the peak of my existence right now.
Wow. By the way, Jamal Mosley, the head coach, did get on the plane back from Toronto. So I believe they are back now in Orlando. We'll see what happens with the future of Jamal Mosley. We're going to get to that story. But first, let's get to some highlights and headlines.
Oh, by the way, you were right. It was 52. I don't know where I got 53. I think I added a point to the ledger last night.
All right, the Final Four is set, and Duke, the number 1 overall seed, is not going to be in it, thanks to one of the most incredible buzzer beaters in NCAA history. With one, it was an amazing shot. Listen.
Sarr gets it into Cam Boozer. Boozer back to Sarr. Now ahead to Caden Boozer, and UConn got a steal. Caravan for Mullins. Long 3. He did it. Oh, he got it. He hit it. He hit the long 3-pointer from the logo with 3/10 of a second left to go. I don't believe it. UConn has taken the lead. From the baseline, long throw in, and it's knocked away. Batted away by Caravan. And the UConn Huskies score on the floor. An epic comeback from 19 points down. A miracle 3-pointer for freshman Braylon Mullins. UConn wins it 73-72.
0.4 seconds left, 35 feet away, and Mullins, nothing but net. And it was not a heave, Kravitz. That was a money shot right there.
He's definitely practiced that. That was not something that you just pull out in the middle of or at the end of a game in a high-pressure situation like that. So that's clearly in his repertoire.
Yeah.
And that was one of the great moments in the history of the tournament. That's what we love about March Madness, is that you're never out of it if you're good enough. And at the end of these games, because these are college kids, they make boneheaded mistakes that are really sad for them and really entertaining for us.
Yeah. Here's an overreaction. Mullins' shot, because it was from 35 feet away and because it wasn't a heave bank in like Jalen Suggs when he played at Gonzaga, this was a money shot from as far away as you could probably shoot it for a money shot like that. It's better than Christian Laettner's shot. It's better than Jalen Suggs' shot. It's better than Chris Jenkins from Villanova's shot.
Ooh.
That was for the national championship.
Right, it wasn't Laettner's for the national championship.
No,
that was not.
No, it was not. And his was a full court pass, catch it, and fall away jump shot.
Did that send them to the national championship?
Might have been in the. I'd have to look that up.
The way that's really played, you would,
I can't remember.
Well, yeah, and I was 7. But historically, I should know that information. But still, it's in that conversation. I'm very confident in saying that is in that conversation. You're saying it's better than all of those, just based on the sheer skill within the play itself.
Yes.
I think I can co-sign that.
Yeah. Overreaction 2. Duke blew the 19-point lead against UConn yesterday. Last year in the Final Four, they were up by 6 with 1:14 left and ended up losing to Houston. Overreaction. The Duke Blue Devils are now the choke Blue Devils.
Yeah, this does not look good for John Shire. You have a hard time not thinking, would this have happened if Coach K was the coach? And this is the difference between the elites and the really goods. And John Shire right now is a really good. He's put together 2 incredibly talented teams. Last year was maybe the most talented college basketball roster I've ever seen. And he has not been able to cash in with a championship. And he's had big leads late in these tournaments that they've not been able to come away with the win. So this does not reflect well on him. His players were not ready for that moment. They overpassed. There's no reason. Yeah. You have 10 seconds to get the ball over the half-court line, and all UConn is trying to do is get you to turn the ball over. One good way to not turn the ball over is don't overpass. They didn't have to do that, and then they forced themselves into that situation.
Okay, so the Final Four is set again. Where's the schedule? I just had the schedule. What I was going to say is Illinois was your pick before the tournament. You stand to make a lot of money on Illinois if they win.
Yep, we already cashed a nice ticket. The better one is still in front of us. Okay. The Final Four plus 325.
Okay, so you bet on Illinois, but if you were betting your life on it today, you would take Arizona to win it all.
I would. That is correct. Okay. Although going up against Michigan, if my life was on the line, I would be quite nervous going into Saturday night with the way that Michigan is playing. Wow. These are 2 teams that have rolled through their competition, and their average margin of victory, both of them, is north of 20 points. This is a heavyweight bout. This is Ali and Frazier. And if you think this is the de facto national championship game, I'd have a hard time arguing against that, even though I hope you're wrong and Illinois ends up taking home the championship.
No question. Again, we're going to get to the Magic's pathetic performance momentarily, but at least one Orlando pro team came to play last night. The Orlando Storm, in their inaugural game of the United Football League, beat the Columbus Aviators 23-17. Here's the winning touchdown.
The slot. 1-on-1 on the outside. Play action. Plummer to the end zone. Chris Rowland makes up for it. Touchdown, Orlando.
Chris Rowland. He had a block in the back on a 94-yard touchdown run. All right, previous to that, and then he catches the game-winning touchdown pass from Jack Plummer. I wasn't at the game. I watched on ESPN. I thought it looked good on TV. I like the coverage of the game. I like the UFL rules. And overreaction, Kravitz. The Storm drew an announced crowd of 11,000 plus for the opener at Entering Stadium on a Sunday evening. ESPN, 8 p.m., without a whole lot of marketing.
And some misty rain.
Yeah, I think they should be ecstatic.
Well, DJ Khaled was performing, though, so you figure that boosts the attendance by, let's just call it 2,000. So their opening game with DJ Khaled performing, a massive artist.
Is he that big?
He's pretty big.
He is?
I mean, I'm only giving them a bump of 2,000 because it's still just a halftime performance. But what? Are you not a DJ Khaled guy?
Okay, let me just say this, all right?
Why would you go to watch a DJ?
I watched the halftime show, all right? I watched it, and DJ Khaled, so essentially all he does is he plays songs, and he just goes, let's go now. Let's go now.
That's exactly what I told you when I told you
who
he
does?
Yeah, that's what I told you.
Is that all he does?
DJ Khaled.
DJ
DJ
Khaled in the house.
Yeah.
Let's go now.
This isn't me trumpeting his talent. I'm just saying he's popular.
How did he get so big? And he doesn't dance well. He's kind of heavy set.
Yeah, he's lost a little bit of weight. He might be on that. Hollywood Ozempic diet.
But what's his secret? Tell me, what?
I don't know.
He's funny on the internet, and he has a couple big songs that he had done nothing on.
He just produced them.
Yeah.
He's a producer.
Oh, he is.
Essentially, but
So he produced songs, and that's how he became big. And then
He's like Dr. Dre, but with less talent.
way less.
But anyway, I would boost the attendance by 2,000 just because people are I'm there to watch DJ Khaled or because it's new. I think that was a disappointing number.
You
I
did?
think it was a Sunday night.
Sunday night, 8 o'clock.
It was the first game, though. Like, you're never going to have more excitement than game one.
Besides, interviews on our show, what kind of marketing did they do? I didn't hear a whole lot of marketing or see a whole lot of.
They did a little bit of guerrilla marketing. I know they were out there at the youth sports events and things like that. But you're right. I mean, it wasn't like it was this incredibly marketed product.
Right.
But it's still new. You're never going to have new. They're never going to be able to use that again. This was the only time that you could promote that this is the first time you can be here. And there's always an appeal to that, even though fans have been burned in this town. So I think the number was disappointing for them. But to your point about the product, when I got home from watching the Magic get massacred last night, I watched the Orlando Storm game, and I thought it was really good. I was highly entertained by it. And I mean,
Jack Plummer looked really good.
Yes, and the quality of the competition, I thought it was fine. Elijah Badger looks awesome.
Right.
I mean, how does that guy not make an NFL roster? So it's definitely something. When I got done watching it, I watched it to the end of the game. They held my attention. And I thought, yeah, I'll watch this next week.
Right.
And that's all you can ask for if you're the UFL.
And those are your highlights and headlines.
All right. Well, I guess now we have to talk about it. Up next, is it officially over for Jamal Mosley? Nail, meet coffin? We'll discuss next.
Game on with Bianchi and Kravitz.
40 years. Now that is a long winning streak, and that's exactly how long Ziegler Air Conditioning has been cooling homes across Central Florida. Jason and his crew have built their reputation on honest service, dependable technicians, and one of the best preventive maintenance programs around. Their technicians perform a 25-point system inspection, clean out the drain lines, replace the filters, lubricate components, and make sure everything is operating efficiently. Because in Florida, the last thing you want is your AC breaking down in the middle of July. Preventive maintenance is like good coaching. It keeps small issues from becoming big problems. And with Ziegler Air, you're getting a team that's been doing it right for 4 decades. So give them a call. 407-245-8765. That's your call to action. 407-245-8765. Ziegler Air Conditioning. Don't ever lose your cool.
The City Beautiful now has a pro volleyball squad that we can all rally behind. The MLV champs, the Orlando Valkyries. Fast, loud, flying above the net, non-stop entertainment. Professional women's volleyball is one of the best live sports that is out there. And we've got a game head section that you can be a part of. Just email me, Kravitz at 969thegame.com, and we'll see if we can get you a seat on us. Bring the friends, bring the family, bring the noise, and head coach Amy Pauley will bring the dubs. It's the Valkyries, Orlando's pro volleyball team.
You're going to start getting stuck in some typical delays starting to form on I-4 and Florida's Turnpike. There's also a couple accidents that might slow you down here on Kirkman Road southbound before Conroy Road. The right lane's blocked. US 27 southbound at Davenport Boulevard. One lane's getting by. That earlier accident still getting cleared up where Summerlin Boulevard meets Aloma Avenue. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Wendy's new Biggie Deals. Choose one of Wendy's new Biggie Deals. At $4, $6, and $8, pick one of the new Biggie Deals you're craving. For a pretty Biggie deal, gotta be Wendy's. U.S. price and participation may vary.
The Maps app that came with your phone? It's fine. if you enjoy waiting and guessing and inefficient routes. Or you could use MapQuest. MapQuest is back with live directions, real-time traffic, and faster routes. It moves when you move. Best of all, no printer needed. No paper. No more missed turns. Just you and the app. Get there fast with MapQuest. Download the MapQuest app on the App Store or visit MapQuest.com. MapQuest, still getting you there.
If you're the victim of a car crash, never rush to settle with the insurance companies and never settle for just any attorney. Demand Anna Jar Levine. Call 1-800-747-FREE for a free consultation and take back control of your life.
In Office Orlando.
I don't know about you, but I can't stand when I see creepy crawlies all over my house. That's why I have to have a pest control provider that doesn't just treat the pest problem, they solve it. You can keep your home protected from the bugs all year long. Get yourself a termite bond while you're at it. Tell them that Brandon Kravitz and Mike Bianchi from Game On sent you by. Get 10% off of your initial service. Burn Pest is a family-run operation right here in our backyard in Central Florida. Go and find them online easily, and don't stress about these pests anymore. It's burnpest.com.
This is the story of the one. As a procurement manager for a hospital system, she keeps every facility in her network stocked and ready. That's why she counts on Grainger to be her single source for thousands of products, from disinfectants to lighting, air filters, and more. And with fast, dependable delivery, Grainger helps her keep every facility stocked, safe, and running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Is your financial advisor managing your risk or just a spreadsheet? Hi, I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth. Many financial advisors rely on target date funds, which are one-size-fits-all portfolios that don't know your name, your family, or your goals. And that passive management can leave you dangerously exposed. At Trajan, we look at the whole picture, not just the stocks everyone else buys, but the private market opportunities most advisors ignore. And as fiduciaries, we build a strategy around you, coordinating your investments, tax strategy, and estate into one cohesive plan. Your financial life deserves more than just a generic portfolio. Real planning isn't a stack of statements. It's the confidence of knowing where your income will come from for the next 30 years. Good enough isn't good enough for your family. It's time for a change. Schedule your complimentary consultation today.
Call Trajan today at 407-204-0300. That's 407-204-0300.
Advisory services through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC registered investment advisor. Private equity investments require accreditation. Other services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax. Additional disclosures at TrajanWealth.com.
When your garage door breaks, you don't want a call center. You want someone who actually cares. That's Dynamic Garage Door, family owned, not corporate owned. From broken springs to new garage doors, they treat every customer like family with honest pricing, on-time service, and the customer service and care you expect. No scripts, no runaround, just experienced technicians who stand behind their work. Call Darren and Jackie today and experience the difference local service makes. Dynamic Garage Door. Strong, reliable, family owned.
Professional wrestling facts. The action continues every week. Watch TNA Thursday Night Impact every week on AM Sing.
It's like electricity flowing through your...
Don't miss the adrenaline, the drama, and the total non-stop action. Don't miss the action of TNA Thursday Night Impact every week on AM Sing. For showtimes and more information, visit TNAWrestling.com.
We are Orlando's sports leader, broadcasting live from the FM 96.9 The Game studio. Brought to you by the Nickley Group, Orlando's home team. Doing real estate differently. TheNickleyGroup.com.
If you're trying to keep up with everything happening on and off the court, we've got you covered on the podcast, Flagrant and Funny.
You want to start with the first question for the Big Ten Coach of the Year?
Oh, whatever.
Would you like to?
Yeah, sure.
So you're a Spartan, is that what I'm getting?
Exactly. So whether your bracket is busted or you just want the real talk on what's happening during the tournament, open your free iHeart Radio app, search Flagrant and Funny with Carrie Champion and Jamel Hill, and listen now.
Presented by Capital One, founding partner of iHeart Women's Sports.
Game On with Bianchi and Kravitz.
Let's welcome in new Florida Gators football coach John Summerall. Coach, a lot of issues in college football, but I heard you say the other day, no use complaining about them. You have to embrace them. Explain your outlook.
Yeah, look, the rules change. Things evolve. You can either whine and complain and probably die, or you can evolve and adapt with the changes and try to find ways to make them fit what you do and thrive and succeed in the new landscape. You know, I'm for NIL and rev share. Hell, the players should be getting paid. They already were. They were just getting paid illegally before. Now it's legal, right? But I'm for player payment. I'm for transfer portal. I think you could sit here and whine and complain about the changes and be a Scrooge and bah humbug all day you want. But it doesn't really matter, man. Times change. Things change. You can get with the times. You can get lost.
Listen to Game On with Bianchi and Kravitz weekdays starting at 3 p.m. on FM 96.9 The Game, AM 740, and streaming on the iHeart Radio app. The UCF Knights play here. Catch every game right here on 96.9 The Game, AM 740, and the iHeart Radio app.
This is Jalen Suggs of the Orlando Magic. They say it pays to listen to Game On. How much are we talking? Now back to Game On with Bianchi and Kravitz.
Jalen Suggs and the rest of the Magic should be ashamed of themselves for that performance last night. Oh, my God. What happened? Warning to Coach Jamal Mosley. This is the type of performance that gets coaches fired. The Magic self-destructed last night. They vaporized, right? They were like the invisible men out there trying to guard the Toronto Raptors. They end up losing the most lopsided loss in franchise history, 139-87. Do we have some lowlights from last night?
Inbound to Barnes. Got to go quick. Spin move on Goga, and he threw it down. How did he get to the cup with 5 seconds on the shot clock and still was able to dunk it over Goga Batadze? Walter the steal, and he'll dunk it down. And any hope that things might have changed in the halftime locker room has been quickly evaporated.
I mean, you get hit in the mouth by 56 points. You understand exactly what you need to do, and you know you're not as bad as you think you are in your losses, and you're not as great as you think you are in your wins. So somewhere in between, we've got to make sure that we get on the right mentality coming down to these last 8 games.
The violin right there says it all. It wasn't 56 points, Coach Mosley. It was 52 points. So give yourself a little bit of credit.
Well, the biggest lead was 56.
Biggest lead was 56 points. I got you. But again, inexplicable, inexcusable. The Raptors went on a 31-0 run in the first half, the longest run without an opponent scoring a point in NBA history since play-by-play started being tracked in 1996, 1997. Kravitz, I've been one of those who said Coach Jamal Mosley should be able to coach the rest of the season and see what happens in the playoffs, and I still believe that, believe it or not, but who would complain if the Magic fired Jamal Mosley today? Hell, who would complain if the Magic fired the whole damn roster and the whole front office as well? Because that was a meltdown, not just coaching. The players do not deserve to get a free pass here. When you lose by 52 points, Kravitz, this isn't just about X's and O's. This is about pride. It's about professionalism. It's about accountability. Where's somebody standing up and goes, this isn't going to happen to us tonight? Where was that?
Yeah, good point. I don't think anybody's letting anybody off the hook. You're fired up. I love it, by the way. And the music was...
Where was the fight?
No fight. There was none. It was...
Where was the anger?
There was anger. There was fight. They were all wearing red last night. The Magic were the Titanic. The Raptors were the iceberg, okay? The music was apropos. That's what it felt like last night. I have had moments, as I do with every NBA season, because it is a grind working all of these games, where I feel burnt out, I feel tired. I'm not even playing in the games, but just as a broadcaster, I don't sleep enough. This was the first time when I was driving home where I said, I'm over it. I'm over this season, because if they're not going to care, why am I burning myself out talking about this team when... Let's just stop beating around the bush. One of two things happened last night. They either went out the night before and were dog tired the next day, hungover, or they have quit on their coach. There's no other option as I see it. You don't lose by 53 points in the NBA.
52.
52 points. I keep tacking on a point. You don't lose by 50 plus
to a not such a great team. That is not the Raptors are some great team.
This is this is not the Oklahoma City Thunder or the 2017 Golden State Warriors or the 96 Chicago Bulls. They're good, but this is not an elite offensive team who just easily put up 139 points. And then if you look at pockets of that game, I don't anticipate that most of our audience stuck around to watch this ass whooping last night. I did, because I'm contractually obligated to. They were down by 40 points. The Raptors, I kid you not, were beating the Magic to loose balls up by 40. Were clearly the team that was still ratcheting up the effort while the Magic were not meeting them there. That's usually the one advantage you have when you're down by 40 points, is that you're definitely going to be the team that's trying harder because the other team has every reason to take their foot and place it off the gas. And the Magic were still not trying as hard, not putting forth the effort, the attention to detail, and all of those things as their opponent. Nobody is letting anybody off the hook. But here's the thing. You can't fire the players. These are guaranteed contracts. You could completely obliterate the front office. Okay, that's not really a mid-season conversation. The one action that you can take, we are still in the midst of a season, I should say. The one action that you could take if you just wanted to feed the dogs is you fire the coach. And I like Jamal Mosley a lot on a personal level. But if we were awarding the opposite of Coach of the Year, would Jamal Mosley not be, based on the facts of the situation, in the running for that award? When you consider how good this team was supposed to be and how unbelievably inconsistent they are, and how embarrassed they've been time and time again this year. There have been pockets of this being the worst of it.
This is who they are. This is a bad team. This is a bad roster. They're trotting players off the bench. This is the worst bench in the league right now. They have a terrible bench, and their starters ain't all that great either. You know, sans Paolo.
Come on. They lost by 52 points. Paolo had a bad night. And believe me, I've been plenty critical of Paolo, and he deserves his blame for what happened last night. Their starters are not this bad. These guys have given up on their coach. It is so obvious.
Firing the coach with 10 games left is gutless. Keeping the coach would at least say, hey, we're going to give him the season, just like Jeff Weltman said a couple of weeks ago. Give him the season, see if Franz comes back, all right? What are you going to do, put an caveat. If they want to bring in Tom Thibodeau and kick this team in the ass for the last 10 games of the season, okay, maybe that would work. But bringing in some interim coach, what is that going to do?
It's not about who you bring in. It's about holding the organization to a standard of excellence. That this does not happen in our building. That would be the statement that you're sending. And unfortunately, because you can't fire Javon Carter, that Jamal Mosley is the guy that would take the fall in this situation. This can't be acceptable. We can't just say the word unacceptable and then nothing happens. If you're going to say something is unacceptable, then something has to come of that unacceptability. You have to then follow that with action. And if you're not going to do that, then you're just saying words. This can't be okay. More Game On after this.
Game On with Bianchi and Kravitz.
A single tear rolls down my cheek as baseball season has begun, and it's not just because my O's are supposed to be good again this year. It's because, my friends, The Undertaker is back. Download the Hard Rock Bet app today and get in on these baseball totals like me. Elite pitching, even more elite profits. All right, here's the card in baseball today. I'm going Twins, Royals, under 10 runs scored. Pirates, Reds, under 8.5, and we'll throw a little sprinkle on the Red Sox money line with Ranger Suarez on the bump tonight as well. Many ways to fully immerse yourself in the sports that we love. Experience the futures market, all of the player prop options that you're into as well. Sign up with the Hard Rock Bet app today. You can double your winnings on your first 10 bets, a max of $50. Join the sports betting revolution online by downloading the Hard Rock Bet app today. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, please call or text 1-833 Play wise.
Orlando, are you ready for a weekend getaway that's got something for everyone? Then pack your bags and head to Mission Resort and Club in beautiful Howey in the Hills, right there next to Claremont. Not only can you tee off on two stunning championship golf courses, El Campeon and Las Colinas, but you can also play pickleball, tennis, or rent a boat at the marina and explore the largest chain of lakes in Florida. They're beautiful, and when the day winds down, relax at the spa or dine at one of their 4 fabulous on-site restaurants. The Sunday Champagne Brunch is a feast you will thoroughly enjoy. Mission Resort is perfect for couples, families, or anyone just looking for a little escape close to home. If you just want to come over for a day of golf, book those tee times, and when you check in at the pro shop, tell them Mike Bianchi, the Bulldog, sent you, and you'll get a free bucket of range balls. For hotel reservations and tee times, go to missionresortandclub.com. That's missionresortandclub.com. Mission Resort, Central Florida's hidden gem, is just waiting for you.
Guys, here's the truth. Buying a diamond has never been easy, and now with lab-grown diamonds in the mix, it's even trickier. Are you paying too much? Are you really getting the most for your money? Here's the good news. At International Diamond Center, we cut through the confusion. We give you the straight facts, remove the mystery, and teach you how to make a smart choice, whether you're leaning toward a lab-grown diamond or a timeless natural one. For over 40 years, our mission has stayed the same. Protect the consumer. Reveal the real story behind pricing. Expose the tricks so you don't overpay. We've done it with natural diamonds forever. Now, we're doing the exact same thing with lab-grown. At IDC, you'll find an unmatched selection of both, natural and lab-grown, right here in our showroom. We'll let you compare them side by side, as many as you want, until you're completely confident. And no matter which you choose, you get our direct, no-nonsense pricing every day. No inflated markups, no games to maximize profit. Just exceptional value and honest dealing. Don't guess, don't wonder. Come to the experts you can trust. International Diamond Center, Altamont Springs, Waterford Lakes, and Mall of Millenia.
Orlando hosts a global showdown under the lights. Croatia versus Brazil. Discipline meets flair. Tuesday, March 31st at Camping World Stadium. Get tickets now at Ticketmaster or roadto26.com.
Meet iPhone 17e. A whole lot for a lot less. With an almighty all-powerful A19 chip. And Ceramic Shield 2, built to survive this. And this. And the 48-megapixel fusion camera with 2x optical quality zoom and next-gen portraits. And double the starting storage of iPhone 16e. And long-lasting battery life for hours of watching the studio.
That's the dream!
And it comes with Apple Intelligence. So you can charge it with USB-C or with MagSafe accessories. And a whole lot more. All for a lot less. Get the new iPhone 17e at AT&T today.
Before smartphones, there was MapQuest. Before GPS, there was MapQuest. Before Google Maps, there was MapQuest. And guess what? MapQuest is back. Now on your phone. No printer required. Download the MapQuest app on the App Store or visit mapquest.com.
The world's best bull riders. 1 shot, 8 seconds, no mercy. The rankest bulls in the sport are waiting. This is professional bull riding. Watch it live as we unleash the beast. This weekend from Sioux Falls, only on Paramount Plus.
Ready to dance? Right now on Hard Rock Bet, new customers get paid double winnings on your first 10 bets. And we'll keep you dancing all tourney with 2 profit boosts for every day of hoops. That's right. All customers can get a parlay profit boost and a live bet profit boost from now till they cut down the nets. Double winnings, daily dancing boosts, only on Hard Rock Bet.
Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida, must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about your gambling? Call or text 1-833-PLAY-WISE.
Join us daily on 96.9 The Game for your Embers Only Cigar of the Week. Brought to you by Corona Cigar Company. Luxury cigar lifestyle, fine spirits, and relaxation await at your nearest Corona Cigar. Dr. Phillips, downtown, Heathrow, or online at coronacigar.com.
Locked-in monthly wireless plans were built for another era. Text now is app first. Free talk and text, real 5G coverage, and service you switch up in an instant. Download Text Now and connect in minutes.
Other wireless carriers tell you when to pay. Text Now asks, what do you need? It's app-first phone service without commitments, credit checks, or carrier attitude. Built for people who stopped asking for permission. Download today.
Hey, it's Jonas Knox, and are you into video games, celebrities, or just having a good time? Then you need to get familiar with the Global Gaming League. The Global Gaming League is a new video game league with celebrity-owned teams from Howie Mandel to Flavor Flav to T-Pain, competing across everything from Call of Duty to Pac-Man. So, if you want to watch your favorite celebrities battle it out, or if you play games yourself, this is your chance to be part of it. Sign up now at globalgamingleague.com. Everybody games.
I was ordering food for the office from the same few places for too long.
For workplaces suffering with office food fatigue, every day's a struggle.
Before starting Easy Cater, I assumed having no good vegan options for Carl in finance was normal.
Easy Cater is designed to treat OFF with a huge variety of favorite restaurants, plus tools to help you meet dietary needs and stay on budget. Used daily, one platform lets you save time and shine. Ask your app store about Easy Cater or start an order at easycater.com.
This report is sponsored by Taco Bell. With 10 extravagant items for $3 or less, Taco Bell's new Luxe Value menu is starting to feel utterly fancy, especially with its new chocolate fudge and caramel empanadas. Enjoy. Just don't let the Luxe go to your head. Price and participation varies for a limited time. Tax extra.
Is today the day you're making 96.9 the game number one? Your number one preset, that is. What are you waiting for? Just open the free iHeart Radio app, search 96.9 the game, and click preset.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your Central Florida forecast. And for our Monday, we are going to be expecting a warm but seasonable day as temperatures warm their way into the low 80s for highs, the high of 81 degrees today in Orlando. We'll be seeing about a 30% chance of a couple of hit and miss showers and even a few thunderstorms that'll be possible. Some heavy rain will be possible with some of these showers. But as we head throughout the rest of the week, we'll see these shower chances, yes, stick around, but overall staying very isolated as temperatures heat up into the mid 80s. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
Sunday, the Magic head to the Big Easy to take on the New Orleans Pelicans. Our coverage begins at 6:30 with Magic tonight. Tip time is 7 p.m. Catch every minute right here on your exclusive home for Orlando Magic basketball. FM 96.9 The Game, AM 740, and streaming on the absolutely free iHeart Radio app. Now back to Game On with Bianchi and Kravitz.
Hit us up on the Mills Air text line. That's 50857. You can also rage cage us on the iHeart Radio talkback. Just tap that microphone icon and fire away. We want to know what's grinding your gears today. It's a Meltdown Mood Check Monday. Also, we have Orlando Storm tickets to give away, and I promise you they will be sent to your inbox from us. Kravitz guarantee. Also, a little bit of breaking news for you, Mike. How about this? A press release from Wesh 2 News. Similar to the Orlando Magic deal, Wesh 2, our local NBC affiliate, has cut a deal with the Tampa Bay Rays to carry 10 games throughout the season on Wesh 2 and CW18. 10 games across the season. Pretty cool.
Is that because of
their local deal is falling apart?
FanDuel?
Yeah.
Or not FanDuel.
Bally. No, it is. Yeah, it's the FanDuel Sports
That's
Network.
FanDuel Sports. It was Bally. Now it's FanDuel.
Yeah,
I get it.
Same thing, different name.
Yeah.
Same, different name, same failing company. But yeah, so that's cool that we get the Rays on local TV. That should be an industry standard. An absolute standard.
What?
You should get your local teams on local channels. That should be a standard.
Especially Orlando City.
Yes.
Right?
How much more popular would all these teams be? Orlando City, Orlando Pride, the Orlando Valkyries, the Orlando Magic, the Storm. I mean, the Storm, that's more of a national product anyway that just has an Orlando name on it. The Rays, the Marlins. I mean, we should be able to see all of these teams with, it's not like you're getting them for free. You're paying for a cable service, and then you get them. Even if you put it on the alternate channel so that you can't get this stuff with an antenna.
Maybe we should start an Orlando Sports Network and have all. What do you think?
I like that idea. And we'll start with the teams that are more accessible to us and then build from there.
Absolutely.
And we can put, since we're on the YouTube machine, we can put our show on there.
Right. Absolutely. Do it, Kravitz. You're the entrepreneur. You're the hardest working man in sports media. Make that happen.
Okay. If you are in the TV biz and you know how to start that project, go ahead and email me, Brandon Kravitz at iHeartMedia.com. Then at a time like this, I need some motivation.
This is Jamal Mosley, head coach of the Orlando Magic, and this is your daily coach quote of the day.
Don't fire me, please.
Oh, boy. I hope we don't have to delete that soon. Our daily source of inspiration and motivation, and today's is Magic related. It is about rock bottom. Sometimes when you're in a dark place, you think you've been buried, when actually you have been planted. Like a seed. Think about a seed that later becomes a tree. It starts
underground
in the dark, wet, thankless dirt. And then it becomes a big, strong redwood.
Sequoia.
Yeah, that is you. Just when you think you've reached the bottom, really you have been planted in the person that you'll eventually become. Boom. 50857. We have some suggestions for the Orlando Magic. Nothing but positivity on the text line today. What must be done eventually should be done immediately. Oh, someone throwing one of your favorite quotes back in your face.
Yeah, I'm not. Hey,
they said Mosley and Weltman must go. See, that's the awkward thing about the fire Mosley contingent is I don't know how you could be on the Jamal Mosley needs to be fired bandwagon and not also be on the Jeff Weltman needs to be fired bandwagon. And
I don't like to react. Okay, that was an awful, abysmal, worst loss in franchise history last night. But sometimes you get your ass kicked, all right? And Nick, didn't the Magic beat like the Sixers by like 45 this year? Didn't they beat
that was early in the season.
Did Nick Nurse, is he still coaching? Yeah. Nick Nurse, I think Nick Nurse lost by 50 to the Knicks as well.
Okay. Mike, the Magic just got done losing 7 games in a row, one of which involved a 29-point beatdown at the hands of the Charlotte Hornets.
Know why?
They lost to the Pacers, who had lost 16 games in a row.
You want to know why? You want to know why? Because their roster is about the Pacers' quality right now. When you're trotting freaking Jamal Cain and Javon Cain and...
I think you're proving your point, but it is Javon Carter and Jamal Cain.
Javon Carter and Jamal Cain. When you're trotting those guys up, Jet Howard, I mean, come on. These are not legitimate bench players.
Okay, but Jamal Mosley was winning with this sort of roster a year ago.
Okay, but that
2 years ago. And now he's not. So why? I feel like that's a pretty good question to ask. Why has it changed?
Do you realize who they still don't have Franz? And again, this is
Mike, they were playing playoff games with Corey Joseph last year as their point guard.
Okay, yes.
And they were playing well against they lost in 5 to Boston. They weren't embarrassed in that series. They just lost.
They also had Franz in the playoffs last year.
I'm sorry.
They also had Anthony Black.
I love Franz Wagner. They lost by 50 last night. So what? They would have lost by 30 if they had Franz?
Again, I'm not saying Jamal Mosley won't be fired. I'm just saying there's how many games? 9 games left in the season.
I'm not
9 games left. Let the season finish and then fire him if that's what you're going to do.
It feels like a team that has given up on their coach.
Okay, then let them live with it then. Let them live with it. If they've given up on him, then that's on them.
8 games is not a lot until this starts to happen, and then it feels like a long end to this season.
Hey, you're letting the players completely off the hook.
No, I'm not. I don't know what am I going to do with them?
Players last night. Where was the fight in them? They quit.
No,
Jamal Mosley didn't quit. Those players quit. I've been saying it all season long. They're fat, and happy.
Yeah, you have been saying that. Credit to Mike Bianchi.
They're fat and freaking happy. They signed their big deals, and they don't think they have to play defense anymore. They're not guarding anybody.
Pillowy.
How many turnovers they have last night? 1 million.
Be careful with that cup of coffee you got.
1 zillion of them.
All right, you're going to spill that on something. More Game On coming up right after this.
Game On with Bianchi and Kravitz. We'll be right back after this.
Buzzer-beating shots are exciting. Your AC going out, not so much. That's why you need an AC service company that you can trust, and that is Mills Air. Heating, cooling, installation, and maintenance, they make the process simple, effective, and affordable for all. They've been good to me for years, and because of their professionalism and high quality, my AC is one thing that I never worry about at my house. Major stress relief. So if your system is acting weird or you just want to get ahead of things, give Leon and Mills Air a call. It'll be the easiest decision you've made all year long. 407-277-1159 and online at millsair.com.
This message is for all you couples out there, because when one of you isn't feeling great, energy, performance, or confidence, it affects both of you. At Florida Center for Hormones and Wellness, they've got treatments that help both men and women reconnect. For the guys, there's shockwave therapy and the P-Shot, natural, non-surgical ways to boost performance and blood flow in the bedroom. For women, they offer shockwave therapy and Emcella, therapies that improve comfort, sensitivity, and pelvic strength post-menopause. It's all medical, all natural, and it really works. Dr. John Carrazella and his team know this isn't just about physical performance. It's about restoring confidence and connection. If you and your partner want to feel like your best selves again, together, start here. Go to hormonesandwellness.com/bulldog and tell them Mike Bianchi, the Bulldog, sent you. That's hormonesandwellness.com/bulldog.
Looks like that accident at the intersection where Summerlin Boulevard meets Aloma Avenue still causing trouble. Look out for emergency crews on the roadways. Afternoon traffic starting to pile up on the major roadways in your typical areas. You're going to get stuck through the city between Dr. Phillips and getting through that Celebration area. Just travel with caution this afternoon, and if you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Paul Davis Restoration, serving coastal and central Florida.
When disaster strikes your business, floods, fires, or storms, every hour closed is an hour lost. Paul Davis Restoration responds fast to restore your property and reduce downtime. Learn more at office.pauldavis.com.
Orlando Magic basketball lives here on 96.9 The Game, and your game day Magic coverage is powered by IBEW Local 606. Proud to serve electrical workers across Central Florida, providing its members with a supportive community, training, valuable benefits, and advancement opportunities. IBEW Local 606 has been powering and serving Central Florida for over 75 years, and they are the dream team for electrical workers across this area. For more info, head to IBEWLocal606.org and go Magic.
I got my first real six string.
Brian Adams. Roll with the Punches Tour 2026. A night full of hits. Live at Kia Center, August 5th. With special guest Pat Benatar and Neil Giraldo. Get tickets now at Ticketmaster.com.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance tech at a university, he knows ordering from multiple suppliers takes time away from keeping their arena up and running. That's why he counts on Grainger to get everything he needs, from lighting and HVAC parts to plumbing supplies, all in one place. And with fast, dependable delivery, he's stocked and ready for the next tip-off. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Keep your career moving forward with growth opportunities, great pay and benefits, and one of the country's top workplaces. Go to careers.progressive.com and apply today.
It's spring out here and time to get to work.
Digging in, fixing up, getting things growing. At Tractor Supply, we've got what you need. From mowers, spreaders, and tillers to tools for every project. Soil, mulch, seeds and plants for the garden, plus feeding supplies for the animals you care for. With low prices every day. Dig into spring at Tractor Supply for life out here.
The Maps app that came with your phone? It's fine if you enjoy waiting and guessing and inefficient routes. Or you could use MapQuest. MapQuest is back with live directions, real-time traffic, and faster routes. It moves when you move. Best of all, no printer needed. No paper. No more missed turns. Just you and the app. Get there fast with MapQuest. Download the MapQuest app on the App Store or visit MapQuest.com. MapQuest, still getting you there.
Get the fastest local alerts and accurate 24/7 forecasts with WeatherBug. It's easy to use and provides real-time customizable alerts so the weather never takes you by surprise. Plan every day with confidence. Download the free WeatherBug app from the App Store now.
Follow the game on Facebook at 96.9 The Game. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine, accident attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Got a hot take? Read the room. Don't let it die in the group chat. Tap the red talkback mic on the iHeart Radio app and join the show.
I love the show, but I disagree with you guys.
It's the fastest way to get your voice on the air. Say it, send it, and hear it on the iHeart Radio app.
AI bots, personless tools, and real estate services are taking over the industry. And if that's what you're looking for, then great. But if you want a personal touch, someone who knows the industry inside and out, then Kevin Krager is your man. If you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in a home in Central Florida, you need a realtor who not only knows the market, but has proven results. Kevin Krager with LPT Realty, one of the top 25 producing agents in Central Florida, is ready to help you. Even after closing, Kevin has the resources to help you with repairs or upgrades that you may want, all at costs to his clients. Construction background, a deep understanding of finances as well. Kevin is the total package. Whether you're upgrading, downsizing, or just making that first big move, they'll guide you every step of the way. When it comes to real estate, experience matters. Trust Kevin Krager to move you right along. Call him today, 407-702-4635. It's real estate made smart. Call Kevin today.
When you're high, you feel different. You think different, you talk different, you draw different, you listen to music different, but you probably knew that. Problem is, you also drive different, and not in a good way. That's why driving high is illegal everywhere. So if you're high, just don't drive. Make a plan to get a sober ride. Because if you feel different, you drive different. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
WYGM Orlando, WJRR HD2, Cocoa Beach, Orlando, an iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human.
Hey, what's up? It's Hammer Harrison with the world famous Harlem Globetrotters, and you're listening to Game On with Bianchi and Kravitz.
That would help if I turned my microphone on. Back at it. You can win free stuff with us. Today's prize, Orlando Storm, Louisville tickets coming up. Are you good?
I almost gave myself an aneurysm last segment.
Someone call the ambulance.
Trying to relax.
Deep breath in. Let's all do yoga together. I understand we're frustrated about the magic. There's nothing that a good deep breath, good inhale, exhale.
You got to go when you exhale.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like a good box breath. 4 count in, hold, 4 count out.
Yeah, that's good stress relief.
That's right. Meltdown Mood Check Monday, 50857. We are also yoga instructors, and we will be starting our own television network within the next couple of years as well. So we got a busy couple of days ahead for the Game On crew. Somebody said, whether I'm eating pepperoni pizza, cheese pizza, sausage pizza, or a Bianca, pizza is pizza. Weltman, Mose, Parker, Hammond, failure is failure. I don't know what the point. I don't know where that was supposed to go, but I know that I'm hungry now after reading that. Somebody said the problem is you can't fire all of the players, Mike. We do need to get rid of a lot of them. I just don't trust Weltman to make those decisions or for Mosley to coach the roster
If you're gonna fire Coach Mosley, then you can't allow Jeff Weltman to hire the new coach. Because, again, he drafted these players who were never available.
This is the issue. Yeah. I think people are going to want a new training staff and all of that. The issue with...
That's why you wait until the end of the season. You don't just do it with 9 games left. That's just, again, as you said it earlier, that's just like feeding the angry. Here, feed the angry mob. Throw them a little piece of...
Well, I mean, if you're going to fire them anyway, you might as well feed the mob.
Yeah, but,
why not?
No. The mob.
You're making a statement. This isn't okay. Okay? We'll deal with the rest later. Because we can't deal with all of it right now.
Okay.
Here you go. Here you go. Here you go.
Here you go. Here, Fido. Here you go. Here's a liver snack for you. Here, there you go. All right, go chase Coach Mosley now.
Oh, man. Somebody said should have pulled the trigger on Giannis when we had the chance. There's going to be a lot of people talking Giannis in the offseason. Somebody said Kravitz has a lot of credibility when talking and critiquing Duke's bad basketball play. He's seen a lot of it covering the Magic this season. Okay, let's go to the talk back. We have Jesus standing by.
Hey, guys, I think Paolo Banchero is the biggest fraud of a franchise player that has been sold to us by this front office and by casual fans. I don't think he's ready to be a franchise player. He demonstrated it last night. He has no leadership skills, and he has no voice. I don't think he's the guy right now. He may be in 3 to 4 years, but if we're trying to win now, that's not the guy.
I would like... don't get me going again. I would like to see some players say, enough is enough of this. This is on us. Let them have some accountability.
That is where the price of Desmond Bane, which is going to impact the build in the future, by the way, but the price of Desmond Bane wasn't just his three-point shooting. I think right now what you're going to learn is that this was part of the cost. Is there anybody else in that locker room that is actually really good at basketball that you trust to be that guy more than Desmond Bane? Last night, that was the first player they threw out to the media scrum because they know in their heart of hearts, our friends that run the media relations know that's the guy that can handle the live bullets. Mm-hmm. And he's the biggest pros pro in terms of accountability, saying it like it is, not burying his teammates, but holding people accountable. And that's that guy. There's no one else. And to that point, that is one of the issues I have with Paolo. You have to set the standard. I get that life is hard on you right now. Too bad. You're the best player on the team. You can't afford to have off nights like that. He was 3 of 14 from the field with 5 turnovers. Paolo Banchero was a minus 30. The worst plus minus of all of the starters. When he was on the floor, they got smoked. That's a problem. And then, so he's also attitude-wise not the guy that's digging them out of the mud. That's an issue.
You're completely right. But we haven't even mentioned who the hell was Goga throwing the ball to. It was like pick sixes. He was throwing pick sixes last night.
Him and Javon Carter. That was Goga Batadze, Javon Carter, and Jamal Cain played like they belonged in the deepest depths of the G League.
They played like who they are. You know what they did.
More Game On coming up shortly. 60 seconds away. Champs and chumps from the weekend. Don't go anywhere.
No filters, no favorites, just facts. Let's find out who showed up and who showed out. It's time for Champ or Chump.
Champs and Chumps, brought to you by Bananas Axe Cabana, offering you 25% off axe throwing sessions at Bananas Axe Cabana Orlando. For all of you wild and crazy game heads, just use the promo code GameHeads25 on any 1 or 2 hour booking to get the discount. If you want to let off some steam because you're just so frustrated about these Orlando Magic, axe throwing is the thing to do. Bananas Axe Cabana in Lake Buena Vista, right in the heart of the entertainment capital of Orlando. Once you hit that first bullseye, ding, you're hooked. Bananas Axe Cabana. Let's get to it, champs and chumps. My number one champ goes to Braylon Mullins. Ever heard of him?
Wow.
The man of the hour. Too sweet to be sour. We have 3 separate calls we're going to play for you here. The UConn freshman who daggered the hopes and dreams of the Duke Blue Devils. It was one of the great plays in the history of the NCAA tournament. Here's the television call.
72-70, Duke, 10 seconds to go. Got to cut and run through the ball. Who better than this guy? Get it into Boozer, back for Sarr, ahead. Boozer, that ball deflected and stolen by Mullins. Caravan, 2 seconds. Mullins tosses it up. Ah! It's done. 1.3. Goes in front. Utterly impossible.
That was just incredible. One of the best. I think Raftery got hit by some fan or something. I don't know, he was bleeding after the game, so all for the love of the game. On the color commentary booth. Now for the hometown UConn call. I can only imagine how exciting this is.
Boozer, they double him. Back to Sarr. Now ahead to Caden Boozer. And a steal. Mullins gets it. It's Caravan to Mullins. Long range 3. Oh! They're winning! Mullins delivers. Bedlam. Bedlam here. They're going to go to the monitor to review it. Absolute bedlam as Mullins threw a 45-footer in.
Was it 45 feet? It was a long way out there. It was 35.
Is it just me, or did you expect a little more excitement from the hometown guy?
He was pretty excited. He's old.
You're old. You got plenty excited earlier. All right, let's go to the depressing side of it, the Duke call.
Get it in. They do for Boozer. Bobbled it. Back for Sarr. Needs to get rid of it. Does for Caden. 7 seconds. Trying to throw it ahead. Deflected. Stolen by Connecticut. 2 seconds. It's Mullins up top for the win. Oh, he hit it. With 0.3 of a second to go. Malachi Smith ran off the bench. That should be a technical. But with 0.3 of a second to go, Connecticut has the lead. 73-72. As Connecticut got the 3 from Mullins after the turnover from Caden Boozer.
How about a chump for the Duke play-by-play guy?
Should be a technical.
Just trying to find any reason to not lose this game.
Right.
He did. The UConn player did run off of the bench in excitement, but it was just an instant celebration. Ran right back. And this was not. Yeah. I'm glad that they didn't. And then, by the way, Hurley headbutted the referee. During the celebration.
He did?
He put his head on the head of a referee, almost like in this form of intimidation. It was really weird, but they could have called him on that. But, of course, you're not going to turn the tide on a great moment because of situations like this. So a champ to Braylon Mullins, the moment of the weekend, hands down. I'm sure that I stole your champ in giving that to Braylon.
Well, and yeah, he deserves the champ of the weekend. I want to give a champ, though, to Gary Woodland, the golfer, a PGA Tour golfer, who won the Houston Open yesterday. I mean, you want to talk about emotional. This guy, 2 years ago, had a brain tumor that he had to get surgery on to remove a brain tumor, all right? And after he got that surgery, he had PTSD from this brain surgery that he had. I guess it messed with his mind, and a couple of weeks ago, he did an interview with was it Golf Channel, and here's what he said. All right, about his PTSD after the brain surgery. Quote: I appreciate the love and support, but inside I feel like I'm dying, and I feel like I'm living a lie. I want to live my dreams and be successful out here, but I want to help people too. I realize now I've got to help myself first. That's when he made all this stuff public, and he came out because he wanted other people who have this same PTSD after brain surgery and then he ends up winning the Houston Open right after going public with all this.
Unbelievable. He was in tears after the event as well. We have the clip of Gary Woodland after the win.
Tell you what, we play an individual sport out here, but I wasn't alone today. I got a lot of people behind me, my team, my family, in this golf world. Anybody that's struggling with something, I hope they see me and don't give up. Just keep fighting.
Wow.
That's cool. Wow. That's really cool.
Can I give a chump to myself?
Oh, of course. Those are the best.
You know, I just bought a new home.
Yeah, you're pretty pumped about it.
So I moved into my new home. It's not a brand new home. It was somebody else's
new house for you.
New house for me. So I moved in over the weekend on Saturday, first day in the house. All right. So we're in the house, enjoying our house.
Love the first day in a house.
Yeah.
You learn all the little sounds and the smells.
Yeah. Well, first day in the house, the ice maker's not working in the refrigerator. So the bulldog here says, you know what? The water in the back of the refrigerator is probably not turned on. So the bulldog pulls out the refrigerator from the wall, and I'm fiddling with the little nozzle there, and the line breaks, and the water just is gushing. Kravitz, it's gushing out, and I'm in a freaking panic, but my new house, it's getting flooded. I mean, it's pouring at Kravitz. It's not like a trickle. It's shooting out like a fire hose. And I'm trying to stop it with my hands, and the water's just spewing. This is true. It's spewing everywhere, Kravitz. No. And luckily, I remembered when I was going around the house, there's a nozzle outside.
It shuts the water off to the house.
Yeah, but I had to run out through the garage and around the house, and the nozzle was stuck. So I had to run into the garage and get a pair of pliers. And all this time, the water's shooting out. Kravitz, if you would have videoed the look on my face when I was doing it, would have gone viral. It had to be comical to watch. And then finally I got the water turned off, and that about an inch of water flooded the kitchen floor.
So do you have to get your floors redone now? Because that's the most expensive part of this
I had a wet vac, so I vacuumed up the floors.
See, that, by the way, shop vacuuming water off of the floor is as high as you should go in the maintenance department.
Right.
That was your first mistake.
So the floor, I don't know if the floors are saved yet. They say like after 3 or 4 days, if they're warped, they'll start buckling up. So that is a chump right there.
Oh my God. Yeah. This is why I don't do anything myself.
All I did was pull the refrigerator.
Light bulb out?
Pull the refrigerator.
Hello, handyman. I need a new light bulb in the fan. I don't touch anything. I'm kidding. I could change a light bulb, but that's terrible. That is awful. Bad way to start day one. Otherwise, how's the house?
Well, you go. I got another story. The washer dryer came today. And I was vacuuming out the
tube.
The tube with the dryer. Yeah. So I'm vacuuming out with my shop vac. Little did I know, that it was blowing the dust out the other end of the shop
my
back
God.
into the house.
You're going to get kicked out of the Jeez.
I am a buffoon.
Up next,
A buffoon.
we'll keep it rolling. And we want yours, game heads, as well. Your champs and chumps.
What was your chump?
We continue. I'll get to mine around the corner. Don't worry about it.
With Bianchi and Kravitz, we'll be back right after this.
This is the Bulldog, Mike Bianchi. In Florida, every summer feels like the playoffs. High pressure, high heat, and plenty of storms are rolling in. The question is, are your windows built for postseason intensity? Renewal by Anderson's acclaimed Impact windows are. These aren't flimsy rookie windows. They're engineered to handle heat, humidity, and hurricane force winds. Their exclusive Fibrex material is twice as strong as vinyl, so they won't warp or crack over time. That's durability you can count on season after season. These windows are tested in extreme weather and built to withstand high velocity impact, protecting your home from flying debris when storms strike. And they don't just defend, they perform offensively too. Superior insulation helps lower energy bills while keeping your home cool and comfortable. And right now, during their exclusive 1 month only sale, when you purchase one window or door, you'll receive the second 40% off. And with 0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for 12 months, it's never been easier to upgrade. So hurry, this offer ends April 30th. Restrictions apply whether you're in Central Florida, the Gulf Coast, or in Jacksonville. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your complimentary in-home consultation. License number CGC 1527613. Renewal by Anderson, where comfort meets quality.
Your freedom is everything, and the Trey Flynn Law Office is here to preserve it when the stakes are high. Trey is board certified at the state and federal level and is committed to winning and working for you. Trey is a trusted member of the Central Florida community. He's as polished and experienced a lawyer as you will find, and he's got all the stats to back it up. In sports, bad calls change games. In court, they change lives. Call Trey Flynn Law when you need a win in the clutch. 407-557-6350 or visit TreyFlynn.com.
Northbound on the Turnpike, past the beach line, there's a disabled vehicle blocking the right lane. That's causing traffic to slow down. Looks like traffic's starting to get by a lot better now at the intersection where Summerlin Boulevard meets Aloma Avenue. I believe emergency crews are blocking that southbound left turn lane. I-4, you're going to get stuck in some typical delays starting to pile up. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
Hello, everybody. How we doing?
Don't miss our 2026 iHeartRadio Music Awards.
Streaming now on Hulu.
Taylor Swift's first awards show appearance this year.
Taylor Swift is here.
Miley Cyrus takes home the Innovator Award.
Miley Cyrus.
John Mellencamp wins the Icon Award.
Plus performances from Alex Warren,
Kehlani, Lady Wilson, Ray,
TLC, Salt and Pepper, In Vogue, and more.
all hosted by Ludacris.
You know what time it is. Our 2026 iHeartRadio Music Awards. Now streaming on Hulu.
This report is sponsored by Burger King. Burger King has been working on the Whopper, and thanks to you, it's never tasted better. Flame grilled beef, crisp produce, and a perfectly toasted bun. Whether it's been weeks or years, come try the Whopper again for only $3.99 on Whopper Wednesday. Terms apply. Visit bk.com/terms.
Matt Rogers and Bowen Yang here from Las Culturistas requesting your ears on our podcast.
Download and listen on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
I've been talking about Better Edge for years prior to prediction markets flooding the landscape. So who do you think the real innovators were? Greg and James aren't billionaires who hide behind computer screens. They're market disruptors, and they've created a product that actually helps sports bettors get down wagers and succeed at a higher rate. Your friends might not care about the best price in the market, but you should. It's the only way to be successful long term, and having Better Edge as part of your portfolio is the sharpest bet you can make today. Go to betteredge.com today to learn more.
The Maps app that came with your phone? It's fine if you enjoy waiting and guessing and inefficient routes. Or you could use MapQuest. MapQuest is back with live directions, real-time traffic, and faster routes. It moves when you move. Best of all, no printer needed. No paper. No more missed turns. Just you and the app. Get there fast with MapQuest. Download the MapQuest app on the App Store or visit MapQuest.com. MapQuest, still getting you there.
It's spring out here and time to get to work. At Tractor Supply, we've got what you need. Mowers, spreaders, and tillers, soil, mulch, seeds, and plants with low prices every day. Dig into spring at Tractor Supply.
I'm worth a lot more.
I'm worth a lot more.
I'm worth more.
You know what? You're right. And we want to pay more at Give Me the VIN because good cars are worth more. And so are you. For top price, trust, and ease of transaction, GiveMeTheVIN.com, America's best car buyer.
Locked-in monthly wireless plans were built for another era. Text Now is app first. Free talk and text, real 5G coverage, and service you switch up in an instant. Download Text Now and connect in minutes.
Other wireless carriers tell you when to pay. Text Now asks, what do you need? It's app-first phone service without commitments, credit checks, or carrier attitude. Built for people who stopped asking for permission. Download today.
Professional wrestling fans, the action continues every week. Watch TNA Thursday Night Impact every week on AM Sing. Don't miss the adrenaline, the drama, and the total non-stop action. Don't miss the action of TNA Thursday Night Impact every week on AM Sing. For showtimes and more information, visit TNAWrestling.com.
We are Orlando's sports leader, broadcasting live from the FM 96.9 The Game studio. Brought to you by the Nickley Group, Orlando's home team. Doing real estate differently. TheNickleyGroup.com. College basketball back in the spotlight. March Hoops will have everyone talking.
That game was unbelievable.
Whose brackets are busted, Cinderella stories, and buzzer beaters that make history. Lock into Fox Sports Radio is your #1 preset on the iHeart Radio app. Plus, binge on demand podcasts for more coverage with the Dan Patrick Show, The Herd with Colin Cowherd.
Their front line looks like an NBA front line.
And more. Search college basketball on the iHeart Radio app to stay in the know. This is the Beat of Sports.
DJ Lagway, the role that he was stepping into, which was both his fault and Florida's fault, meaning whatever the money was, you weren't asked to just come in and be a quarterback. He stepped in and he had to save a coach. And then that whole environment engulfed him. And then you throw in the injuries of someone, and I don't mean immature as a young man, I just mean immature to all of this. The hype, the money, the Florida brand. I'm sorry, you throw an 18-year-old out in that conference and you're going to get eaten up. And even though he showed flashes of it, the injuries never healed. And I blame him to a degree. I blame Florida a lot for not recognizing it. But then you're going to say, hey, Napier's trying to save his job and everything. And good for him if he's found a place that he's at peace. And Baylor's learning from what happened at Florida to have a different environment for him and to say, listen, we're going to get you to class. You're going to go integrate with your teammates.
The Beat of Sports with Mark Daniels. Weekday mornings following the bridge at 9:30 on FM 96.9 The Game. Orlando's sports leader.
Let's take a moment to breathe. Deep inhale. Extend your spine. Remain focused on what you're doing. If safe to do so, exhale slowly, leaning to one side. Inhale back to center. If safe to do so, exhale slowly to the opposite side. Find mental health resources at loveyourmindtoday.org. This message is brought to you by the Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ed Council.
Tuesday, the Magic are back at Kia to host Western Conference rival Phoenix. Our coverage begins at 6:30 with Magic Tonight. Tip time is 7 p.m. Catch every minute right here on your exclusive home for Orlando Magic basketball. FM 96.9 The Game, AM 740, and streaming on the absolutely free iHeart Radio app. No filters, no favorites, just facts. Let's find out who showed up and who showed out. It's time for Champ or Chump.
All
All right, let's keep it rolling with our champs and chumps on a Monday afternoon. You can lay in with yours as well. You can also follow along with the show on YouTube. 96.9 The Game is how you can find us. My number one chump, I didn't get to that in the last segment.
Because you were laughing at me in my incompetence as a handyman.
I was. It brought me no pleasure laughing as hard as I did. But as someone astutely mentioned on the text line, you're supposed to shut the water off before you expose a water line.
I've never even heard that you're supposed to do that. First of all, I didn't know that the water from the refrigerator was like the main water line.
If you are going to, now listen, I'm not talking. I'm talking as an expert after the fact. Okay,
Right.
So I don't want to be a phony here, but it does make sense. It's like if you were to work on
electricity,
you turn the electricity off.
Yeah.
If you work on a water line that is taking in water, you shut the water off first, and then you work on the water. That does make sense. Yeah, this is why we hire people.
What happens like if your water line, like, it seems like that water line was certainly weak because it wasn't like I shook it. I just like sort of touched it and it snapped off. What if that would have happened, like, if you're not home? Your whole house just goes up and...
This is why you get capital I insurance.
Okay.
My number one chump goes to the NBA and their release at the end of last week of anti-tanking concepts. And as usual with this league, when they come up with a new concept, they think, what is the most complex, convoluted plan that we can imagine?
Yeah.
And then we'll share that with people and hope that it makes sense. And if you don't believe me, if you think, well, you're just reacting to this one idea, go ask an NBA fan to explain the second apron to you. Luxury taxes. Matching salaries with trades. Have someone explain that. The trading of draft picks, which you can't trade consecutive draft picks. Everything that this league does is more complicated than it needs to be. Just flatten the odds. Boom.
Right.
That's it. You don't make the playoffs. Everyone has the same chance. The end. They came up with 3 ideas. I feel bad even reading these, so I'm just not going to.
Good.
It's just, they're all...
I was reading them last week, and I was, hey, maybe we'll talk about this, but I didn't comprehend them enough.
Let me just read one of them just so I can add some context to what I'm saying here. There were 3 ideas. I will just read one of them to you. 18 teams in the draft lottery, seed 7 through 15 in each conference, flatten the odds with the bottom 10 teams having an 8% chance with the remaining 20% odds distributed in decreasing order through 11 to 18 and a lottery drawing for 18 picks. What? What did I just say? I don't even know. Just flatten the odds. The end.
Yeah.
Flatten the odds. Find teams that obviously tank. It's very clear when a team is tanking. When you see injury management next to someone's name, there you go. If a player files a grievance, Giannis, because they want to play basketball and the team says, nah, we're good, find them. Take draft picks.
Right.
This should not be this hard. So annoying. Okay. Next. Oh, champ to the MLB All-Star Games. I went to the Major League Volleyball All-Star Game this weekend at the Edition Financial Arena. One of the most competitive, entertaining All-Star events I have ever seen. It is such a phenomenal product. And it was on CBS, so you could actually watch this from home, too. Last year, they averaged north of 400,000 viewers for their All-Star Game.
Really?
Which was on CBS. This year was the second year it was on CBS on the same day as the Sweet 16 on CBS. I'm thinking they were, and I tried to look up the ratings.
So
I haven't
was it like
seen it yet.
lead in to the?
It wasn't a direct lead in because they ended at 2, and then there was a soccer match, and then that soccer match led into whatever the first Sweet 16 game was that day. But still, it was one of the lead-ins as people were getting set to watch that event. I'm thinking they did north of 500,000 people, and for those that watched that, it reflected very well. For in a world where we have a lot of non-competitive All-Star games, this was a really good one. So hat tip to the MLV.
Well, I'm going to give a champ to, even though they lost the game, a champ to the. I can't. Hold on one second. What the guy? The good player for Iowa, Bennett Sturts. All right. Bennett Sturts, they lose the game, but Bennett Sturts, did you watch that game?
Yeah.
That guy is so good.
Yeah.
And I don't know how good of an NBA player he'll be, but he is so good. And here's why he gets a champ, right? And all you fat and happy Magic players out there who, with your pathetic performance last night, listen to what Bennett Sturts did, all right? Bennett Sturts, he played every minute of every game that Iowa was in the NCAA tournament. Every minute of every game. He never came out, all right? And what do we get from the Magic? Chump. Franz Wagner's injury report today. He's out for tomorrow's game already. Injury, illness, left ankle sprain, injury management. That's what it says.
That is what it says.
Injury, so not only the injury, he's sick now too.
Yep. Yeah, I got the impression from, you read between the lines.
Injury,
if you work with
sprain,
the team,
management.
there's only so much that you can say. We get that. And we bring on team broadcasters and such. I'm sort of like the in-between guy. Jeff Turner was on and made it sound like
He was positive.
Franz is on the mend.
Yeah.
He's on his way back. And then you got the reports that he's practicing with Osceola. So I was thinking, okay, Sunday against the Raptors, huge game. That one's definitely possible. Nope. Early in the day, he was listed as out. It is Monday. They don't even play until tomorrow night. Franz is already listed as out for tomorrow night. After tomorrow, there's 7 games left. I mean, you're kind of just running out of time here.
If he could, never mind. I'm not going to get into it.
Okay. You don't want to get yourself all worked up again.
No, I definitely don't want to do
Watch that dump button.
Jump to, if this is true, all right, Tiger Woods, all right? So Tiger Woods obviously got another DUI on Friday, tries to pass a pressure washing truck in a neighborhood, rolls his car on its side, and won't allow the police to give him a blood test, so he gets a DUI. All right. So you were talking on Friday. Why doesn't the guy just get a driver? Why doesn't he have a chauffeur? He's a freaking billionaire. He could have a chauffeur, and with his driving record, he needs one. So TMZ is reporting that the reason Tiger doesn't want a driver is because he doesn't want anybody knowing his business.
That's so shady. How shady?
I'm an idiot.
How shady do you have to be for that to be a reason when you have multiple DUIs? What are you hiding? What's he doing in the car?
Maybe he's got a Perkins waitress in the back seat.
Well, then hire the driver to say, shut your mouth. If it's so important. You hit a pressure washing truck in a neighborhood at 2:00 in the afternoon.
Right.
I mean, if that's not a sign for maybe I should hire a driver, I genuinely don't know what is.
According to somebody close to Tiger, he thinks he's fine to drive.
He should have his license revoked. I'm not kidding.
Well, it is. It's revoked.
Permanently.
Maybe. Yeah.
No returns. The end. Up next, mic'd up on a Monday, see what the movers and shakers are saying. Wild clips coming up right after this.
Game On with Bianchi and Kravitz. We'll be right back after this.
We love the buzzer beaters in sports. We certainly saw it yesterday with UConn hitting the shot with 0.4 seconds left to beat Duke. But let me tell you what, buzzer beaters are great for sports, but you don't want a buzzer beater with your retirement, all right? Because that's not really how you want to play the retirement game. That's actually why I finally sat down with Trajan Wealth. I've been talking about them for a while, but now I'm actually a client, and I'll tell you what, What really surprised me is how simple they made everything. No confusing financial jargon, no sales pitch, just straight talk. They showed me opportunities I didn't even know I had. And I'll tell you another thing. I feel a lot more confident now about where I'm headed. They're fiduciaries, which means they're legally required to put your interest first. If you're getting within 10 or 15 years of retirement, it's worth getting a second opinion. Call Trajan Wealth today at 407-204-0300. Tell them Mike Bianchi sent you, or visit TrajanWealth.com to schedule your free consultation. That's TRAJAN Wealth.com. Advisory services through Trajan Wealth, LLC, SEC Registered Investment Advisor. Additional services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax. Actual client paid advertisement. Additional disclosures at TrajanWealth.com.
How about this? You ever want to drink and feel like a Viking or a lumberjack? Try axe throwing at Bananas Axe Cabana. Blow off some steam in a way that is much cheaper than therapy. And they're offering a 25% off axe throwing session at Bananas Axe Cabana Orlando to all of you wild and crazy game heads. Just use the code GameHeads25 on any 1 or 2 hour booking and get the discount. You can bring as many friends as you'd like, fill up the pod, and dominate your buddies over at Bananas Axe Cabana.
Ever wonder what it's like behind the counter at those big corporate jewelry stores? Max Woodson knows, and it wasn't pretty.
It's hard to do what's best for the customer when you're given a strict outline on the profit you need to make, the dollars you need to make, the goals you need to hit, the commissions you have to hit. It's really hard to do what's right for the customer.
That's why Max left the Wall Street-owned chains and joined International Diamond Center, a locally owned jeweler. At IDC, it's not about quotas, it's about you.
It's getting to know people, getting to talk to people, building relationships, something that's important to me. It's what I love the most.
At IDC, Max can focus on what matters, doing right by customers, even if it means less profit.
I have a scenario where I have a customer that I can do the right thing for, even if it maybe makes us less money at times, and we make it happen.
That freedom means better quality diamonds, fair prices, full transparency, and honest service.
We have freedom. We're allowed to be creative, do what's best, and they really support that, and it means a lot.
International Diamond Center, where you're family, not a sales target. Visit us in Altamont Springs, Waterford Lakes, and Mall at Millennia for diamonds with integrity.
The world's best bull riders. 1 shot, 8 seconds, no mercy. The rankest bulls in the sport are waiting. This is professional bull riding. Watch it live as we unleash the beast. This weekend from Sioux Falls, only on Paramount Plus.
Hey, it's Howie Mandel, and I am inviting you to witness history as me and my Howie Do It gaming team take on Gilly the King and Wallow 267's $1 million gaming right now at globalgamingleague.com. That's globalgamingleague.com.
Presented by Atlas Earth and Level Up Expo.
That's the buzzer. And on Hard Rock Bet, buzzer beaters mean bonus bets. Every time a team you bet to win or cover hits a game-winning buzzer beater, you score a $25 bonus bet. An extra $25 on top of your winnings. Just opt in and bet $5 on any team. As many teams as you want, all tourney. Win bonus bets at the buzzer. Only on Hard Rock Bet.
Payable in bonus bets, not a cash offer. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about your gambling? Call or text 1-833-PLAY-WISE.
Join us daily on 96.9 The Game for your Embers Only Cigar of the Week. Brought to you by Corona Cigar Company. Luxury cigar lifestyle, fine spirits, and relaxation await at your nearest Corona Cigar. Dr. Phillips, downtown, Heathrow, or online at coronacigar.com.
Staples presents That Was Easy.
So I own a coffee shop, and I wanted to label everything with our logo.
That's ambitious.
Cups, boxes, bags.
Ooh, that'll add up.
Not at all. Because right now, Staples prints custom labels for 30% off.
30% off? That's shockingly affordable branding.
Yep. Now our logo and URL are seen all over town.
Brand your business for less at Staples.
That was easy.
Shop Staples in store, online, or in the app by 4/18 to unlock. Exclusions apply. Visit staples.com/print for details.
We heard Wednesday is the worst day of the week. So we made Whopper Wednesday at Burger King. Flame grilled beef, crisp produce on a perfectly toasted bun. Every detail stacked just right, all for only $3.99. Whether it's been weeks or years, get yourself a taste of that unmistakable flame grilled flavor on Whopper Wednesday for just $3.99. Or make it a small combo for only $6.99. Consider Wednesday fixed because you rule. Wednesdays in April only at participating U.S. restaurants. Prices vary. Tax extra. Must ask for offer or apply before checkout. Terms apply. BK.com/terms.
I've been talking about Better Edge for years prior to prediction markets flooding the landscape. So who do you think the real innovators were? Greg and James aren't billionaires who hide behind computer screens. They're market disruptors, and they've created a product that actually helps sports bettors get down wagers and succeed at a higher rate. Your friends might not care about the best price in the market, but you should. It's the only way to be successful long term, and having Better Edge as part of your portfolio is the sharpest bet you can make today. Go to betteredge.com today to learn more.
Professional wrestling fans, the action continues every week. Watch TNA Thursday Night Impact every week on AMC. Don't miss the adrenaline, the drama, and the total non-stop action. Don't miss the action of TNA Thursday Night Impact every week on AMC. For showtimes and more information, visit TNAWrestling.com.
Capital One offers no fees or minimums on checking accounts, and most Capital One cafes are open 7 days a week to assist with your banking needs. What's in your wallet? Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank. Capital One N.A. Member FDIC.
NFL owners have now authorized the hiring of replacement officials, with the league and its referees union at an impasse in contract talks. Owners will also vote this week on a plan to have the Jaguars play the 2027 season at Camping World Stadium during their home field renovation. And to basketball, where the Magic are still holding on to one of the East play-in spots after a blowout loss in Toronto. Orlando hosts Phoenix tomorrow night. I'm Scott Davidson.
This is NFL quarterback Rodney Peete, and here's what's trending on the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by WeatherBug.
Get the fastest local alerts and accurate 24/7 forecasts with WeatherBug. It's easy to use and provides real-time customizable alerts, so the weather never takes you by surprise. Plan every day with confidence. Download the free WeatherBug app from the App Store now.
Orlando, are you ready for a weekend getaway that's got something for everyone? Then pack your bags and head to Mission Resort and Club in beautiful Howey in the Hills, right there next to Claremont. Not only can you tee off on 2 stunning championship golf courses, El Campeon and Las Colinas, but you can also play pickleball, tennis, or rent a boat at the marina and explore the largest chain of lakes in Florida. They're beautiful, and when the day winds down, relax at the spa or dine at one of their 4 fabulous on-site restaurants. The Sunday Champagne Brunch is a feast you will thoroughly enjoy. Mission Resort is perfect for couples, families, or anyone just looking for a little escape close to home. If you just want to come over for a day of golf, book those tee times, and when you check in at the pro shop, tell them Mike Bianchi, the Bulldog, sent you, and you'll get a free bucket of range balls. For hotel reservations and tee times, go to missionresortandclub.com. That's missionresortandclub.com. Mission Resort, Central Florida's hidden gem, is just waiting for you.
Felt like you missed something this morning?
It's becoming a disgusting habit at this point.
You did. You can listen while you get ready in the morning.
Wake up with us.
Just tell Alexa to play 96.9 The Game. Coaches, players, GMs, everyone's got an opinion these days. Let's hear from the biggest names in the game. It's time for Mic'd Up.
Mic'd Up, brought to you by one of my favorite places, especially this time of year. Boating weather is here. You got to check out Adventure Boat Share. Unlimited, hassle-free boating. You don't have to own a boat. You just pay one monthly fee. You can go boating anytime you want, and you can rent any kind of boat. They have a fleet of boats, all sorts of boats. Check them out, AdventureBoatShare.com. Let's start Mic'd Up with our Orlando Storm win their inaugural game in the United Football League, beat the hated Columbus, Columbus Aviators?
Yeah, Columbus Aviators.
Beat the Columbus Aviators.
Phenomenal logo, by the way. Yeah. Tier 1 logo the Aviators have.
Yeah, it was on ESPN last night. I love the production. But here's Anthony Becht, the head coach, talking about winning the inaugural game at home.
We built this team from scratch, right? Like, you don't know what you got, but you trust the film and you trust what you're picking to be on your football team. And, from a quarterback standpoint, the linemen, the trenches, all that stuff. And then you got to kind of come together. And you got to kind of do it, you do it through training camp, but you do it through the season as well. But when you can get those early ones, especially at home, we want to lock the gates at home. We got to go undefeated at home. That's got to happen. We got to give our fans what they want.
I'm going to make a prediction, Kravitz. They had announced 11,000 at Inter&Co Stadium last night. It was a Sunday night, 8 o'clock, sort of a late kickoff on a Sunday night. I thought the crowd was respectable, but I'm going to make a prediction. If they win at home and they're one of the better teams in the league, sort of like the Orlando Apollos were when Spurrier was coaching them, they'll have 20,000 at Entering Co Stadium by the time the season's over.
I don't think so. I don't think it's going to happen until next year. And I read a report that Mike Rapoli was not happy with the lack of fans in Orlando and wasn't too thrilled about Dallas either. It says interested to see what he does to push for more ticket sales. This is from someone who covers the league. But I think this market has been burned too hard, too often by spring leagues, and Mike Rapoli can be as frustrated as he wants to be. He wasn't here for those prior iterations, but people here have a really hard time taking this sort of venture seriously with their dollars when it's flopped as many times as it. Why would you go to a game, invest the time and energy, then you go get the merch and you do all of that, and then it's old news in a year? I think it's not going to take form for this market until next year. This can be a good product. The people that watch it can enjoy it. I really enjoyed it last night, but I don't think it takes hold in the market until next season.
Well, I don't. If you want to go watch football, who cares if the team's going to be around next year or the year after? Don't you just go for a good time that night or not?
Yeah, but
it's not like this is, you're going to be a lifelong fan of the Orlando Storm. It's just,
but isn't that that's what people are looking for when they go to a sporting event? I want this to be my team.
Right.
And you get excited and you get the shirt.
It is your team right now.
Right now.
Next year might not be.
Clearly there's a reason why fans aren't going.
I think the reason was it's Sunday night at 8 o'clock. But because they wanted it on ESPN.
So we're going to use UCF like excuse. Well, the wind was blowing northeast and southwest, so of course the attendance was bad. We do that every week in the college football season.
It's Sunday night at 8 o'clock.
Sunday night at 8 o'clock. I mean, that's such a weird time for a football game.
It is for a spring football game. Who the hell is going to be out at Sunday night? You've spent the weekend out. Sunday night, you're watching TV. And the game's on ESPN, so I don't. Again, they certainly it was Sunday night because of the TV product. That's the reason it was Sunday night. Otherwise, if they wanted to draw a crowd, it would have been Saturday afternoon.
Okay, then when the attendance is bad on a Saturday afternoon, are we going to say, well, the sun was beating down and everyone was hot? So, of course, they're not going to go.
All right, let's go to Desmond Bain of the Orlando Magic after the Magic suffered the most lopsided loss in franchise history, 52-point loss to the Toronto Raptors.
Yeah, I think that's the big thing. I mean, you gotta walk into games understanding the challenge, but always expecting to win. And I think that there's like a certain swagger that you have to have about yourself over the course of an 82-game season. Have that belief that, whether or not you're up 20, down 20, you wouldn't be able to tell by the swag and the joy that we play with. And I think we've had it in stretches, but we definitely don't have it right now.
How do you not know that the Toronto Raptors are going to bring it? You've played them multiple times this year. You're playing at home. They're in a playoff race. They're fighting for their seeding as well. How do you show up and wet the bed like that? I don't.
Only one of two options. They either went out the night before or they've quit on their coach, and it could be both.
Could be.
So you don't lose by 50 in the NBA unless one of those things happen.
Well,
I mean, the Wizards play basketball every other night of the season, and they don't lose like this. The Wizards, who want to lose on purpose and are terrible.
Other teams have lost by close. I mean, the Phoenix Suns aren't terrible. They lost by 50 earlier this year. The Philadelphia 76ers aren't terrible. They lost by 44 to the 42 or 44 to the Magic and lost by 49 to the Knicks. So it's not just awful teams lose by 50 is what I'm saying.
This wasn't like a one-off, though. Okay. That's the problem.
Duke's Caden Boozer, who committed the costly turnover that allowed UConn's Braylon Mullins to hit his buzzer-beating game winner, had this to say after the game.
Last time you get to play with your brother and I, but have you reflected on that at all?
I mean, it's been a special year, you know. Obviously, being able to do what we did this year is really special. And again, this was the last time we were able to choose this, so I was never going to pass it up. And I just feel like I let him down.
Wow. Feels like he let his brother down.
Yeah, kind of did.
Right. I'll tell you what, Duke, they are getting the reputation, Kravitz, as not being able to perform in the big moments. They used to be the ultimate closers. Now, last year, they blew a 6-point lead with a minute left against Houston. This year, 19 points up on UConn and blow it. Just came apart at the end of the game. Right?
This is becoming the brand of John Shire. You have to ask yourself the question, would this have happened if Coach K was on the sideline? And I think most of us would say absolutely not. So it's not like he's going to lose his job over this, but
right.
We'll definitely be earmarking this for future takes.
Here's Charles Barkley and the crew talking about how much size matters during the NCAA tournament.
Both teams are going to put 3 guys on the floor at the same time that are bigger than that guy right there.
Yeah.
That's how big they are. And then Illinois.
Well, we could do that in the studio. He only 6'4" and a half, really. I think he was talking about his girth. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I think he was talking about his girth. First of all, I'm just big boned. Yeah.
Size matters in basketball, guys.
Yes, there you go.
It matters in jewelry.
Yes.
And it matters in basketball.
Yes.
Not just in basketball. Hey, the second half is.
Double
Nate Burleson, did you have to go there?
I don't, yeah. Besides,
this is CBS.
Besides, it ain't the.
You're not on VH1, okay? Relax.
It's not the size of the bird that matters. It's the song it sings. Is what I like to say.
Okay. You go in motion of the ocean on me. I got you. Okay.
It's not the size of the canary. It's the song it sings. Here's UFC President Dana White being asked by a reporter about AI-generated commercials for the sport.
So I've seen a lot of fans and viewers online commenting or discussing what they perceive as a lot of AI-generated content in the broadcast that maybe wasn't in previous iterations of the UFC. Is this something that's coming with the Paramount deal, or just a new direction for the UFC, or do you have any insight on that?
What does that mean?
AI stuff, commercials, part of the promotional content, just AI in the UFC in general. I've seen fans complaining about.
Oh, yeah? What are they complaining about?
I guess I've seen people saying that the UFC should be paying artists instead of using generative AI, stuff like that.
Give me a fucking break. AI is coming, and if we're using AI, who gives a shit? People are upset about it. We should use artists. How about this? Shut the fuck up and watch the fights.
It's a great promotion from your leader.
I saw the commercial.
I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah, you use what's available.
Sometimes I wonder how much time other people are working with.
Plus, how many people were actually complaining they're not using artists?
Oh, there was definitely a lot of complaints. I went on into the Twitter sphere just to see what the commentary was, and there's a lot of that out there.
Yeah.
A lot of people with nothing to do.
Anything that involves AI will get destroyed by the media.
Yeah, I guess people are all up in arms because AI is taking our jab.
Gotcha.
Up next, your texts, your talkbacks. We want to hear from you on a Meltdown Mood Check Monday. Back with that after this.